Hi, I'm Heather Hewitt, and I'll be auditioning for Rose and Vriska. I think I'll make a good addition to your panel just generally because I'm a good improver. I've been doing improv for a while now, and I also like to think that I've got a pretty good grasp on the characters. I'll be a good fit for Rose because I'm a psychology major, and I kind of like to flaunt it, and I also like to push people's buttons. I'll be a good Vriska because I have a penchant for being overly dramatic. So let's get to the auditions themselves.
I'm going to be reading Rose's half of the chat log from John Pester Someone's Server Player. Hi. Actually, building up your house has been one of the more trivial ways I've passed the time. Great swaths of the structure may be copied and pasted with little architectural consideration. I've only bothered to do so while in contemplation. It's relaxing. We have a lot of grist. I don't recall any hard figures offhand. Last I checked, more than 1,000,000 units of several different types, torrented between the three of us. Shared through an application. I unlocked the disk from your registry and deployed it. I convinced your Nana to install it on your computer, before an imp threw it out the window, that is. My methods of persuasion have been improving. Upgrades. No, your consorts were utilized for that. Yes, they seem eager to receive simple instruction. I'm guessing they find their way back to your house to allow the client player to remain productive while the server player is away. No, they aren't. Like I said, coercion hasn't been much of a problem. Why don't you tell me what you've been up to first? I've been curious, but too preoccupied to inquire. I've noticed. Did you? Yes, I figured that out. Anything else? You did? Are you sure it was her? That was likely her. How was she? That's interesting. Did she seem happy? Fair enough. Investigating mostly. Everything there is to investigate. Information hidden in the lore of our lands, concealed in ruins and riddles. I'm looking for whatever there is to discover about the game, and more importantly, whatever exceeds its boundaries. The cloaked traces of myth beyond its scope. Yes. It is, in principle, but it won't happen. It's not a matter of believing them. The writing is on the wall. Literally. This session was never meant to bear fruit. It's barren, so to speak. That's why you're our leader, John. Optimism through stalwart skepticism is a defect not everyone is lucky enough to be cursed with. Statements like that are also why you're our leader. Yeah, kind of. Simple. The objective is no longer to win. To do as much damage to the game as possible, to rip its stitches and pry answers from the seams. We will snatch purpose from the laws of futility. Are you ready to wreak some havoc, John? Dear Mother, where are you? No, better to start How have you been? I'm leaving you a message so we can find each other. Uh, we didn't talk much before this all started. This whole game, I didn't know you'd be dragged into it. I couldn't have possibly fathomed the extent to which it would dismantle everything. Perhaps we can spend more time together when this is all over. If this is all over, eventually. From what I've been able to gather, this game has no chance of success. But potentially, there's a chance of survival. We've made some friends, aliens, in a separate timeline from ours. It's all very complicated, and I won't try to get it through your alcohol-addled cranium, but we've made them. We've made these friends. I'm sure that comes as a shock. I've never had many. You always did badger me about that, but I know why now. They're great friends, and I feel a lot better having met them. Got some social interaction in, as you always pushed me to do. But with their help, we might be able to get out of this. They know things. They've played this game, and if we can meet up somewhere, here even, if you get this message, I'll return to this spot. I'll return here as many times as it takes to find you again. For now, I'm going to search the game, find any way I can to get us out of here alive and healthy, and I'll search for you on the way. I sincerely and dearly hope that you find this message. I'll see you soon, Mother. For Vriska, I'm going to be reading the Pester log from Thief Tarrant Page. It was so embarrassing just reading that, Tavros. I'm embarrassed. I'm actually feeling genuine embarrassment. Your obscene incompetence is actually polluting my otherwise genuine composure. Nice going. Jade let you down too easy. She's too nice. Someone's got to tear into you for that appalling display. And once again, whose shoulders does that fall on? That's right, Vriska's, as usual. Hey, I'm nice when it matters. And where it doesn't strangulate the critical development of people I give a shit about, okay? Really, I don't know what you see in her. She's completely useless, like you. Wait, of course! It makes perfect sense. You and she represent the ideal matespriteship. How could I have been so blind? Two perfectly pointless grubs in a bucket. Oh, will you please stop going on about your fucking self-esteem? I will say this much about her. She was right about that. How insufferable can you get? Prattling on and on about how confident you are. Tavros, you give confidence a bad name. I gave you all the chances in the world to earn it. To earn real confidence, and you failed. You couldn't even do the one little thing I asked you to. The one thing that would have made you man up once and for all. So instead, you flew away and cried and decided to sleep away your sorrow for the rest of the adventure. Do you have any idea how sick that made me? Everything about you makes me sick. When you talk about your self-confidence, I throw up a little. You don't know what confidence is. Robo-legs don't give you confidence. That ain't no more than true than saying my robo-arm gave me mine. See what I mean? Your confidence is faker than even the great Rufio himself, Lord of the Unreal. It's pure fiction. A false, fakey, fraudy con job from a wimpy loser, charlatan bullshit artist. It's shallow and nauseating. Just like you. Do us all a favor and shut up about it. That's right. I'll believe that when I see it, chump. Jade is an idiot. A useless, boring nobody. What has she done for her party other than fuck up every step of the way? What does she ever do but take naps and get into trouble? She's awful and you deserve each other. Oh wait, except she hates you. Even the boring, pointless girl hates you. Talk about a guy who can't get a break. Although, I guess she's not completely useless. Oh, Tavros. I gave her credit for something. So I'll give you credit for something too. Your plan to control her lessons wasn't really a bad idea, and using your ability to save her life was a pretty good way to test how effective your powers were across sessions. Pretty good way to practice, to know where you stand. Practicing your abilities is important, so when it comes down to using them for something that really matters, you know you're ready for prime time. I know this firsthand. I got lots and lots and lots of practice with your little guinea pig friend. So really, turns out she wasn't so useless at all. Far from it. Not really the point. The point is, I'm trying to give you a compliment. At this point, you're so sad and disgusting. You should treat anything nice anyone has to say about you like a chest full of shivering boombox. Like I said, your plan was solid. Controlling the Guardian to go after Jack was a fine idea. Sure would stir some shit up. Better than being an insignificant, stuttering piece of trash all the time, I say. And you were definitely onto something about doing it irregardless of her wishes. Because it's for her own good. That's what winners do. They do what's right for someone they care about. Even if the other person does nothing but bitch and moan and act ungrateful about it. Better you learned late than never. In fact, I'd go as far as saying that if you went ahead with her plan against her wishes, it might just earn you a smidgen of respect from me. We'll see. There's really just one catch.
I'm surrounded by idiots and losers. So after like shit went down and we had to stop LARPing, things got so boring. And then Captor comes up with this game, and it sounds so cool. Like, we'll finally get some spice into this shit. But, of course, well, it worked at first, and people were not sitting on their lazy asses doing what they normally do, which I don't actually know what most of these shitheads do. It got really, really boring after a while. I mean, there's not too much to do in a game that's based around building houses and solving puzzles. I mean, puzzles are boring. Building is boring. Hopefully, something comes along to shake things up soon, or I actually figure out how to win the damn thing. But, whatever. In the meantime, I've gotten my dear, sweet, 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 dear, sweet, dear Warrail interest to make me this outfit. The effect's kind of dulled by the cyborg parts, but I'm still cute. Pupa's still gonna fall for me. This is a flawless plan. Really, I should thank Kanaya more than I have for this, but she understands. And if it helps me get the boy, she'll be so happy for me. She's a true friend. I just. It better work. It better.